mess.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit tired.
Third
Consideration,
representative
of course, from GPL.
for the LMS.
A third representative for the LMS and a first representative bit of passivity due to the importance of the game as well. It is for a first seed spot. It is for an easier elimination match in a couple of days. Kind of corruption. Hook. Kawing's going to land it. Pattern knocked back with the explosive cast. What a superb combo. But Pattern with the barrier flash isn't going to quite be able to get away. Unified flashes in for the kill.
A fantastic flash forward from Unified. This guy has been so clutch for Hong. That would be sick. Frozen, though, hanging around here. TP from Riri's.
He's going to join the fight. Perhaps
It's going to be a smite fight.
Tholdrin might have thought he was a little bit closer.
This is what?
As you say, the knockback, but the smite goes down. Crash secures it, dies straight away.
Gaps constantly. And now you have to worry about this Varus also throwing the ulti as well.
Chain of corruption. There's the root. Wild God comes out at the start, but Pattern caught out, taken down. Kawing with the ultimate secures another kill. Fans were making with that push forward. He's going to go straight into Godquai. Kawing, the knockback static field. He does survive. Chain of corruption lands though. They're not quite going to get the kill onto him. And meanwhile, the Nature's Grass is going to come out looking for the flank because Frozen is fighting mission down towards the bottom side of this. Nature's Grass lands, but only on towards Godquai. He's knocked back. The body slam
got him away.
Echo
flanking.
Has got the Syndra away, and now the flank comes out. Pattern jumping in, jumping forward onto Unified, a kill onto the Lulu, but here comes Frozen, and this is the mid laner that needed to carry Fenerbahce. The pick that was left for him, the counter pick of this Echo, a great scatter the weak for mission, but Frozen is not done. He freezes Kaiwing in place and gets the kill for Fenerbahce. And overpush. They thought they could catch out Crash. They thought they could get the kill.
Again.
And once again, Mirus has overpushed a little bit in the bottom lane. He's looking for this turret. Does have the hero's entrance, of course. Tholdrin needs to try and lock him up if he uses that. The knockback with the Justice Punch, but I think Riris is just trying to execute to the tower. Crash has now gone the other way. And here comes the shield of Duran from Riris to try and keep himself alive as well. He cannot hear his entrance, as you say, because there's no one in range. So he's just trying to delay for as long as possible. Good Justice Punch into the flash. Crash with the chase. Crash still going. He can use that bush, of course, for the movement speed. Riris realizes it. And Crash secures this fight. Hadn't happened in the top lane, and he got a couple of waves.
Another root.
Chain into hook, into knockback. Explosive cask, explosive kill. Explosive early game here from Hong Kong Attitude.
I mean, sure, you have flash. Patton's just going to get rocked.
But Fenerbahce can still play around this mid lane. The Nature's Grasp onto mission does have the flash, but realizes there's nowhere to go.
Sometimes just too far.
Godquai is going to be able to get the engage. Tholdrin is able to use the twisted advance. Frozen looking for the flank. Of course, doesn't have that ultimate. Still on cooldown. The engage from Godquai, the knockback, and they're looking through the bone. They take him down. Pattern with the kickback. Frozen trying to get on the backside of HKA as Crash pounds down from the side, but they cannot get the damage in.
Back like they're juking as if somebody would be in there.
And that's what they have to do because they have no vision control, no control really of their jungle at all. Only one deep ward up towards that top side, and that's it.
Oh, here comes Tholdrin trying to make the play.
Nature's Grasp in. They know Rivis is on the other side of the map. Does have the teleport. Looking for the hero's entrance as well. The knockback onto Frozen as he jumps in, and there's Tholdrin going low. The damage down onto that tree is monumental, and the unleashed power takes him down. Yelling timber, HKA.
That's what it's going to come down to.
Nature's Grasp comes out. Godquai forced off towards the side. Kawing is going to get caught by that, and Tholdrin doesn't want the Blitzcrank, wants Unified instead, goes in, here's the hero's entrance, Kawing flashes out, explosive cast, not enough, Frozen doing work, but here comes the damage as Crash gets locked out at the backside, Riris in the front line, the stun lands, but Fenerbahce having to run for the heals as Pattern jumps the wall, and HKA have killed the tank.
Sides, no, I'm gonna go after Kaiwing, he's the one who's right there, but it just makes it so hard to actually pick him up with that damage reduction from the Galio. It's pretty disgusting, and it's kind of why they picked it early.
Teleport in by Frozen up towards the top side. He actually might get caught out a little bit here. Puts the parallel conversions down. Knows Riris doesn't have the shield of Duran. It's now back up as he jumps in. Does land the taunt. Godquai there as well with Kawing. And there comes the static field. The Zonya's used by Frozen. He does not have the Chrono Bake. He's trying to get out. Flashes the wall. And actually Mission just died to Pattern. He was caught out from the rest of his team. And now Frozen has the ult as well. Yeah. Parallel conversions is going to come out. He's going to jump back. There we go. Double kill as he jumps all the way in. The teleport coming out already. But Frozen's dead. Unified goes down as he takes out Crash. Unified somehow survives. It's up to Pattern. He's on the back line. He's going to jump forward. I can sense it. Do it, Pattern. Be a man as he jumps all the way onto Godquai. The Righteous Glory Slow comes out, and Fenerbahce are turning this one all the way back around. The Nature's Grasp has already connected on Godquai. He's going to jump up towards the side, but Tholdrin is there.
To try and stop this, there comes the trinket. Frozen's off on the side. This is all a setup. They're doing it slowly. Patton, though, taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, back of the pit means you take more damage. Godquai perhaps looking for engage. They don't know that Frozen is there. Mirris in the mid lane has the hero's entrance. Knocked back. Frozen jumps into Mission. The parallel conversions comes out as well in the hero's entrance. But the spear from downtown kills Mission. And now Fenerbahce looking for the fight. Unified down. 2 kills already. And Fenerbahce can jump forward. You can see Patton can taste it. You can see Frozen can taste it. And you can see HKA taste the face of Fenerbahce. They're gonna lose 4 members, and Fenerbahce are gonna go for the Baron.
They're gonna go on the Baron. It's only Godquai alive. Frozen is a god. That setup with the parallel convergence and then the ultimate afterwards. We were talking about Patton needing to get back quick because we're talking about magic. This Tristana was just getting destroyed. Hold on, no. Oh my God.
He survives, though. That could be huge because the hero's entrance comes out. Frozen's dead. That's a little bit of magic and the Hong Kong attitude of the Hong Kong assassins as they have killed Frozen and Crash. Thaldrin now in the wrong place. Unified just unleashing hell upon Thaldrin, and Thaldrin has to flash away, but you don't get away from HKA as they take 3 kills in the mid lane.
And on the opposite, another brilliant fight there. We saw
setting up a trap of their own in the river. No vision control. Crash jumps the wall straight into... Oh, the hook lands as well, but the knockback from the Scatter the Wheat, and Japone actually escapes. And HKA actually save the support of Fenerbahce with a Scatter the Weak for Mission.
But that doesn't matter too much because Mission got chunked out. He may have to back here 4v5 in favor of Fenerbahce.
On his way is Frozen, still looking for the flank. Thaldrin in the front line, onto Godquai. Frozen up towards the top side, but Mirris checks the bush. 4,000 HP on that Elder Drift. The steal from Godquai perhaps could happen, but he's going to actually back away from this. HKA decide they do not want this fight. The Elder Drake will go down, and Fenerbahce. In fact, the Patton has reversed that CS differential. It doesn't really matter that much.
No, early game doesn't matter. What matters is your moves. What you do right now. 5,000. It goes down so fast with the double mountain.
Frozen TP's in. Here's the Nature's Grasp. Crash jumps in. He steals the Baron, and now HKA need to win this fight because otherwise they've lost the game. Hong Kong attitude looking for the kill. Thaldrin a 4-man stun though with the parallel convergence. Frozen's in the front line. Thaldrin still tanking stuff up. Here comes Patton jumping in from the side. Kawing has to run away. Jumps in. Frozen has to jump out. Thaldrin is there though, and Unified is dead. And now it's all on Patton. He manages to secure 2. That's 3 for him, and that is gonna be the #1 seed for Fenerbahce.
Patton gets the resets, jumps forward, but the steal from Crash means that even if that doesn't go their way, they would have been able to stall, they would have been able to stay in this game, and now they're just gonna take it like you said.
Rivis has to try and defend, but I think it's just going to be last chance saloon for him. This inhibitor tower will fall so quickly, the inhibitor will go down as well, and Rivis might meet the same fate. Fenerbahce don't care about the Galio, but they should care about the minions, because those reduce the Nexus Tower's resistances. Patton is going to pound down on it. 18 seconds on the next member of HKA. Thaldrin so tanky, will be able to tank it up, and now it looks like Fenerbahce should be able to close this out. The first seed is going to be theirs. They're going to go through to the elimination matches with an ace, with a victory over HKA. Fenerbahce, welcome to the Big Boys Club.
#1 seed, another upset over HKA, saying it wasn't a fluke. We're just close, but we're a little bit better.
Just impressive stuff from them all around. Hong Kong attitude as well, though. That has to be devastating because you led the majority of that game. You were in a dominant position coming out from laning phase, and you just weren't quite able to close it out.
They were smacking Patton around all through the early parts of the game, but it just seems like clockwork. You hit the late game, Patton knows what to do in these fights. His team fighting has been on point. His lane phase has high criticism, but Thaldrin leading the team on the engages to keep them in there. Crash with the active jungling, and Frozen with the clutch plays, as well as Japone not letting it get away from him. This has just been a team that has been fantastic to watch.